quick check-in with the other half of Chapter 5, which is Vasily Kasherin and his mother coming to visit him. And there is not um, that kind of meeting together of parent and child in this one. When they cry, it is lonely, isolated tears. He's always been alienated from his family. They've never been able to. His father is a wealthy merchant, and his mother just does not understand. Like, why would you do this? Kind of that. There's no even just kind of like some kind of an understanding. And it's funny, at some point she says, "Well, you shouldn't have hurt anyone," and it's like, well, he didn't actually. I mean, they planned to kill someone, but they didn't actually kill someone. I guess it's actually the young woman that who is back at the thing, who is the one who actually got in a shootout and actually did kill a couple of the officers who were trying to get her. Um, I mean, it's like they don't have an understanding. She leaves and she sort of ends up sitting down on a bench and then kind of going into a kind of a into a fugue state where she suddenly realizes that, oh my God, my son is going to be hung upon the morrow. That's maybe a little bit of the oldness of the translation. I want to be interesting. I probably wouldn't say upon the morrow in a new translation, but she jumps up and is about to run, but she ends up slipping on the ice. And then somehow it seemed to her that she was feasting at a wedding, that her son was getting married, and that she had been drinking wine and become intoxicated. So there's this kind of torturous thing of she's envisioning like probably what parents hope for, which is their children get happily married and have their own life, and he's never going to have this. And it's kind of a nightmare thing where he's getting married, there's feasting and dancing, and people keep on forcing her to drink more and more, pouring more and more wine. It's just like kind of this kind of torturous intoxication, which is the kind of the brain intoxication of my son is going to be hanged upon the morrow. So yeah, again, this just kind of reverberations out of the consequences of the 7 that were hanged. Starting off with their victim who dies. The victim does their intended victim, which they didn't kill, dies from the kind of the stress of knowing that death was there for him, that potentially he could have been killed, and that in itself kills him. So what kind of moral culpability do they have for that? And we don't even go into, like, what they were killing this guy for yet. Like, what were his actions that they thought he deserved death. This is a time period when there's a lot of anarchists and people who are trying to kind of take down the capitalist system, um, and the stuff that it's perpetrating, and whether violence, you know, questioning whether violence is the. I don't know if this is questioning this. This is definitely talking about state violence. This is definitely talking about personal violence. We've had a murderer already in here, somebody who doesn't seem to particularly cogitate on, yeah, I killed someone and I tried to rape somebody, but I don't take any responsibility for that. It's like, okay, that's doesn't seem particularly great either. All right, I will leave it there. More videos later.